Another game, guys, in which I believe needs a multiplayer mode and could really use that to their advantage to continue bringing a lot of their fan base back to the game after beating the campaign is Devil May Cry and the Devil May Cry series, but in particular, Devil May Cry 5. After playing this game, guys, absolutely incredible. I mean, just an incredible game, guys. Absolutely loved it. I thought that it deserved, all the nominations and even some wins at the Game Awards for how well this is as an action game. However, I've always said that the package deal is something that's a big deal to me as a consumer. If I go buy a game, I want a full package, not just I don't want to pay $60 just for a campaign. I beat it one time on, a casual difficulty, and then I play it another time on a really difficult difficulty, and then after I beat it, I'm done with it. It goes on my shelf or it goes somewhere else. No, I want to be able to continue diving into that universe over and over again, and multiplayer is what does that. It brings the players back to the game. So I think most developers out there should be making multiplayer modes for their particular games. Devil May Cry is no exception to that. And in an article that was written by Francesco De Mayo from WCCF Tech, he writes, Devil May Cry 5 may be getting some new features very soon, judging by something that has happened recently. A few hours ago, it's been discovered that some changes to the game's Steam listing have been made, adding multiplayer, PvP, and co-op to the categories. Some speculated that it could have been a mistake, but it seems like they have been done by Capcom themselves, so it's not unintentional. The addition of proper multiplayer to Devil May Cry 5 would be quite interesting, especially for the timing. Just a couple of days ago, a new mod has been released for the game, enabling multiplayer co-op for up to 3 players for the Bloody Palace mode and most of the campaign's missions. So the co-op hack adds real-time 3-player co-op similar to that of Mission 13 to Bloody Palace Stage 1 to 100 into the following missions 1 to 17. Enable before entering Bloody Palace, selecting the mission that you want to play in co-op can be left enabled without influencing other missions. Matchmaking works for the following way. Players playing the same mission on Human or Devil Hunter will be matched. The same goes for those that play on Son of Sparta and Dante Must Die. The restrictions of the original co-op for Mission 13 apply for this hack too. No co-op when you use a super costume, no co-op on Heaven or Hell and Hell and Hell. In Bloody Palace, players who are playing the same stage will be matched. So, here's the thing. When I look at this and you kind of are wondering like, okay, would Devil May Cry be a good multiplayer game? I mean, guys, look, it would definitely be a good co-op game. I think it would be a fantastic co-op game. It should have been co-op from the very beginning, but a co-op is, without question. But a multiplayer, after I was playing it, I'm looking at it and I'm saying to myself, this game could easily be a multiplayer. I mean, whether you're playing co-op with your friends and you're going up against, different creatures or taking on different, baddies, all the way to PvP, and doing that. I think that there is absolutely a place for a Devil May Cry 5 multiplayer, especially because of how good the graphics are. And I think it would be smart for Capcom just to bring, like I said, a lot of that fan base back to the franchise. I think that's like the most important thing that we have to look at here is bringing it back, bringing those players back to the game. As an example, God of War, which is a game that was exclusive to the PlayStation 4, I played God of War and I loved it. I thought it was a great campaign. I wasn't as high on it as a lot of other people were, but it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter was it was a great campaign. But after I was done playing it, I didn't have really any reason to come back to it. And that's the point here, is that you want to have a reason to come back to those games. A God of War multiplayer, no matter what that would look like, it's like, dude, that's going to bring me back. I'm at least going to try it out. And there's definitely going to be people who are interested in something like that, putting a ton of time into it. It's kind of like The Last of Us 2, right? The Last of Us 2, a multiplayer is apparently potentially going to come out at a later time after the release. But the thing about that is that it's like, okay, so it's going to come out way out, sometime probably way after release, maybe when the PS5 comes out, and you're going to be stuck just playing the campaign. The campaign's going to be incredible. It's going to be great, I'm sure, and you probably can play that a couple of times through, but there's only so much you can do in a campaign before it gets stale, and you're kind of waiting for factions to come back. You're waiting for whatever, like just a multiplayer experience or DLC to come out. That's the thing, guys, that I think really sets the full package games apart from everything else. From all those single player games, the multiplayer experience is what brings people back. And even co-op modes bring people back. It's important. It's really important that you have that in a game, and I really hope that they do that with Devil May Cry 5. I definitely think, why not? It's not a matter of like, why would they do that? It's a matter of why not do it. Bring your fan base back to the game and continue building that fan base as you go. So, like I said, guys, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Would you guys like to see a Devil May Cry 5 multiplayer and some extra co-op modes? Let me know what you guys think.